Hello everyone. So today I'll be explaining the basic difference between drop, truncate and delete commands. So this is the very common questions that is asked in the interviews. So let's get started. Drop. Drop is a DDL command. Truncate is also a DDL, whereas delete is a DML command. So DDL is a data definition language, whereas the delete is a data manipulation command. So this is the major difference between this drop, truncate, and delete. Then, as DDL commands, auto commits. What is an auto commit is whenever we drop or truncate a table, and if we do a rollback, the rollback won't be operated on DDL commands. So it's auto commit. So auto commit, drop and truncate are auto commit. Auto commit will happen automatically. The commit will happen automatically. So the drop and truncate for these two, the commit will happen automatically. Whereas for delete, if I delete records from a table and if I do a rollback, the data will be rolled back and we can see the data in the table. And even if we commit, then the data will be committed. So manually we have to provide the commit option. So it's not an auto commit, not auto commit. Now, another difference, let's say if I do some drop table name, the complete data structure will be deleted. The main what is the use of drop command is it deletes the data structure from table. That means that complete object, let's say if I drop a table, that complete object will be deleted from the database and we can't see anywhere that the dropped object. So it drops the data structure. Whereas truncate, it deletes the data. Truncate deletes the data and even the deletes, okay. Truncate, it deletes all the records. It deletes all the records. We cannot provide a where condition in truncate. Let's say I want to truncate particular employee number, like employee number 100, and I want to truncate only that particular record. It is not possible. Selecting a particular record and truncating, it's not possible. Truncate is like we are truncating all the records. So it deletes all the records, whereas delete is it deletes a particular record or all the records. So in the delete statement, I can give like delete from table where employee number equal to 100 so that only 100 will be deleted, or I can simply give delete from table so that all the records will be deleted. So this is the major difference between the drop, truncate and delete. And if you see here, for truncate and delete, we are talking about the records, whereas for drop, we are talking about the data structure. So drop is like completely it will be collapsed. The object, if the object has a data, that data also will be deleted, and even the data structure, the columns, everything will be dropped. Whereas in truncate, the data structure remains the same. Data structure remains the same, and only the records will be deleted. Same for delete statement also. Whereas here, the data structure will be deleted. So this is the major difference between these three, and let's see this in database. Okay. So I'm considering test underscore employee table. So select start from test underscore employee table. So if I run this query, I'm getting like 100 to 104 employees. We have 100, 101, 103, 104. Let's see like how we can execute the delete commands here. Let me delete from test employee. I have an option like if I do delete from test employee, all the records will be deleted. Let me run this. 5 rows deleted. Now I'll do a rollback. Rollback completed. Now if I do like select star from test employee, I can see all the records because since it's a DML statement, the rollback worked. Now I want to delete, select star, delete from test employee where employee number equal to 100. So what I am doing is I am just deleting the 100th employee, and if I run this, delete star from one row deleted. So if I execute the select star from test employee, if you see there is no 100 employee. And if I do a rollback and if I run this query, automatically I can see the 100. So now let's give commit here. Now again I am deleting the record, 100 record, and if I see this select star from test employee, there is no 100 record, right? So instead of rollback, now I am doing a commit. So once we commit the data, it is now after commit, if I want to roll back, this rollback won't work. If I see after rollback, if I again do select star from test employee, the 100 record got deleted because I have given some commit here. Since it's a DML command, it won't auto commit and it got deleted automatically. Now coming to truncate. So for truncate, I am giving truncate table test employee. Let's try it. Although it throws an error, let me give a try. Truncate table test employee where employee number equal to 101. So if you see here, already it is showing in red mark, so which says that the where class is not allowed in truncate. Invalid truncate option, missing storage keyword. So let's truncate the table. Table test employee truncated. Now if I do some select star from employee, I don't see any data. The truncate delete all the records. It truncates all the records, whereas but I can see the column names like employee number, employee name, designation, join date, salary. I can see all these columns but not the records. Now let's see the drop. Now if I do like drop table test employee, and if you see here, if I roll back for truncate, if I do some rollback, I did a rollback, and if I do some select star from employee, it won't work because truncate is a DDL command and it will auto commit. So without providing manually the commit, it will auto commit. Now coming to drop table test employee. If I drop this table test employee got dropped. Now if I run the select loss, select star from test employee, then it's saying table object does not exist. What it means is this table completely dropped from the database. So there won't be such table in the database now since we dropped the table. So that is these are the major difference between the delete, truncate and drop commands.